Hello and welcome back to my RC channel. I'm Andy RC and today I'm going to be taking another look at the FuriBee Nebula 230. Now in my original review I highlighted the fact that there were some things out of the box that just weren't correct. So the flight controller was powered up off a 12 volt regulator, and this is a Omnibus F4SD which requires VBAT power, so power from the battery, in order to get the correct voltage showing on the on-screen display. And I thought maybe that they had done that because there's problems with the VTX. However, after spending more time with it, I think that is just a mistake. So, I showed in that video that there were some power issues with the VTX. It was showing as a really low milliwatt. And I was assuming that they had connected the VTX up to a 5 volt regulator on the Omnibus. That is not correct. The on-screen display port, so the video in and the ground and the voltage on the Omnibus, it's a pass-through, so it's actually VBAT. So the power that was going through to the VTX was correct. So, my conclusion is, this VTX is rubbish. It's the same VTX that's on the X215. It's got the shielding removed here, and I've got two of them, and the result is both the same, poor power output. So, the fix for this, unfortunately, is to remove the VTX, and I've switched out with an Omway VTX, which is very easy because it's using similar pins. So I just lifted up these little pads here, removed the wires and connected it into a Omway switcher, and it's made such a difference straight away, and I will show you. Another thing that I have done is I have switched out the camera. So the original camera actually would accept a different lens if you're interested in doing that, but for me the camera wasn't up to scratch, was getting jallow and things like that, so I've switched the guts out for a Foxeer CCD camera, and I've added this 2.5mm GoPro lens. So it's been a lot of work to get it to a point where I'm satisfied with it. So out of the box, for me, it's not been fantastic. It's now a great model. Just other downsides that I can think of is we don't have D-Shot on the ESCs, and the arms aren't carbon fiber, but it's a lightweight model and it should perform pretty nicely now. So what I'm going to do is just to show you that the power output of this is just terrible, and if you've got a X215 with this VTX, just switch it out, because you probably don't have the tools that I have. And yeah, you can get away with flying with 10 milliwatt, but you're not going to get a good experience out of it. So I've just connected this straight up to a JST lead. Let's plug a 3S battery in, and I'll show you what the power output is of that, and then I'll show you what the difference is with this one. So I've just plugged the Omway VTX directly to the pads that this one was connected to, which is the VBAT, so it's VBAT power going straight to the VTX. So that's all that I have done, and it's fixed the problem, so let me show you. Okay, so I've got a 3S battery here. I'm going to plug this in directly to the VTX, and you'll see it power up. And then I'm just going to do 3 taps, 1, 2, 3, so you can see it's on the low setting. I've got an RPSMA adapter here, and then a 30 dB attenuator, and it's set up for 30 dB. We've got 5.8 gigahertz, and look at that, 0.13 milliwatt, and there's nothing else connected to it. Let's go into the high setting, 1, 2, 3, change it to high, so that was 0 and high. It's gone up to 3.49, so yeah, this VTX, absolutely rubbish. Okay, so now for the Omway VTX, set at 600 milliwatt. Let's plug it in. And you can see there, it's actually 700, and as the thing heats up, it will reduce some power. But yeah, my suggestion would be, if you're running this VTX, it's probably not producing the right amount of power, so if you've got an X215, personally I'd switch it out. I think it's an easy thing to do. That's what I've done. I've got two of these, and they are both consistently showing really low readings, below like 10 milliwatt. In my initial review of the X215, it was higher, but I'm guessing that there's some kind of problem with wear. I've checked the SMA connector here to make sure that nothing is loose, and there is nothing loose there. I've actually switched out the SMA adapter and tried my own ones. Same issue. Problem is with the VTX. Absolutely no good.